Okay, shalom. Shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, and salutations and peace and much blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel, the sincere laborers of the people of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. Okay, Israelite foreigners who Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and scattered amongst the four corners of the earth, amongst the heathen nations, but are Israelites, all right, through their fathers, and you Aquath, you women who've humbling yourself to escape the pollutions of the world and the pending doom that is to come. Peace and shalom. All right, so let's examine this here. And as you notice, today is Sunday, April the 21st. Sunday, April the 21st. And what I have pulled up here is a satanic ritual calendar. So like I've been drinking a little bit of that yak, that good stuff. You know, got me a little slurred a little bit, but I'm okay. Drinking that good stuff. And you know, I don't drink nothing cheap, you know. I'm an Israelite. And I don't put nothing cheap in this body, you know, especially waking up to law, statutes, commandments, and waking up to what's unclean and what's clean. You know, through this journey, I learned to stop putting cheap stuff in my body and start putting better things in my body, more healthier things. You know, so I don't drink nothing cheap, not bragging or boasting. It's just a spiritual thing. Anyway, what I have here is satanic ritual calendar. And today is April 21st. All right. So look at the date here, April 21st through the 26th. Abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding of sacrificial victims. And this is what's going on today. And America is known for abducting little boys and little girls. And in some cases, adults as well. Israelites, adults, male and female. Okay, so look at the abduction ceremony preparation. So they're going to be preparing these individuals that are going to be stealing and snatching off the streets, out of hospitals, grocery stores, you know, out of people's homes, playgrounds, wherever. You know, a lot of them are being prepared, you know, for, let's fast forward here for the date of April 30th. Okay. So this Mark E's is blank there. So it could possibly, just because it's blank, it could possibly still entail blood sacrifices or orgies or whatever. Okay. So this is Babylon. And this is what's going on. This is what a lot of jakes need to be aware of. And, you know, 2/3 all caught up in the world. And no matter, and no wonder how a lot of their kids end up getting snatched. You know, the family members end up coming up missing or dead, you know. They're not being circumspect when the scriptures clearly specify to be circumspect, meaning to be looking around and be aware of what's going on around you. Circumspect, meaning circum, looking around, spec with your eyes. All right. And I can go and look into the word, but I just gave you a little breakdown of the word. So this is what's going on here in America right now as we speak, from April 21st to the 26th. Okay. So let's see here. And this is totally against scripture. And this, let me correct myself, this is totally contrary to scripture. Okay, this is Esau, Edom, and his works, which again, a lot of Israelites as well, 2/3 are involved with this type of crap as well, seem to have no problem with it. Abductions and sacrifices, where the scripture clearly goes into this when, let's see here, Deuteronomy I have here, Deuteronomy 18. And let's start at 9, Deuteronomy 18:9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. Joining secret societies. A lot of these fools join these secret societies because of the benefits, which Esau Edom. A lot of these redneck crackers they're part of Skull and Bones. Okay, and in most cases, they don't allow the black man and woman to join their secret society. So the black man's and the woman's secret society is called the Boule. Okay, hold on. Let me show you this here. The Boule Society. This is what these niggas is involved with. And the scriptures go into this. And now that I mention it, it's no wonder why they removed the Apocrypha up out of the Bible. So you go here. So the Bible don't leave nothing out. It covers everything. The Boule Society. And when you go back, as far as studying history, this is the beginning of the Negroes, mainly the Negroes tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, becoming Hellenized, or you can call it Hellenistas. All right, during the time of what's this devil? Alexander and his papa, Philip. This was during the Greek Empire. Okay, and you can read from 1 to, let's see, down to 1 to 9, goes into Esau Edom and how they multiplied and distribute the power amongst themselves. And as the scripture says here, and after the death of Alexander, and after his death, they put all crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So let's jump to verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, the king. And again, there's a reason why they removed the Apocrypha up out of the Bible, because it actually goes into name. It actually names names, which you can identify these names in actual history. All right. And they don't want you to know. And that's the whole thing of keeping you blind and stuck on stupid by misleading you, removing certain things so that you just totally run astray. So this links this Bible to actual history. All right. It said who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Listen, this is my point. In those days when they're out of Israel. And again, who is Israel? People of Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian descent. Those are the Israelites. Those are the Israelites. So it says, in those days when they're out of Israel, wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So, and here we are, fast forwarding to this modern day, to the present. You still have these same type of wicked individuals around today, and they prosper in the world. Athletics, entertainment, music, or just everyday ordinary life, working corporate America, selling out our people so they can get a few crumbs, allowing guns, drugs, alcohol to run rapid, heavily into adultery, encouraging others to be heavily into adultery, breaking up family. The wickedness just goes on, man. It just goes on and on. So this is the beginning of of the wicked. The 2/3 of our people been Hellenized or Hellenistas. Greek speaking Jews is what I'm saying. So here we go. And they're into this heavy. Sigma Phi Pi Phi fraternity. The Boule, a brief overview. Okay. And then, hold, let me do this. All this Greek filth. Sigma Pi Phi, also known as the Boule, founded in 1904, is the oldest fraternity for African Americans. The fraternity does not have collegiate chapters and is designed for professionals at mid-career or older. Sigma Pi Phi was founded in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The fraternity quickly established chapters referred to as member Boule. All right. And then Baltimore, Maryland, the founders included 2 doctors, attendants. So who cares about that madness? But let me show you something here that this is a secret society. You just can't make yourself Boule. You have to go through a process, through rituals and so on. All right. But let me tell you something. Going back to the scriptures again. And I'm talking about these secret societies. It's the book of Ephesians. It should be Ephesians. I like that James 74. The Spirit allows me. I'll come back to that. Ephesians 5:12. Okay. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. Now, this is speaking about what Israelites were doing in Ephesus. Okay? It was speaking about what wicked Israelites were doing in this time. All right? Which you shouldn't be surprised, because especially looking at what's going on now, like with P. Diddy, and then the rumors rising that's coming out from the P. Diddy thing with Beyonce and her boo, Jay-Z. Wait a minute, hold up. The video with your boy P. Diddy and his son, holding his son, he was naming a bunch of names. He's pretty much saying that if I go down, you all going down as well. So what are they hiding? What are they hiding? So like the scripture said, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. What's done of them in secret? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Okay. Again, Deuteronomy 18:9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, being sacrificed. And they would sacrifice their sons and daughters to, if you look at, there's an old video of Alex Jones, so-called, and I have to say so-called, I think it was all set up. I don't think he actually snuck in there, but Bohemian Grove. And I actually have a copy of it myself, but an actual live sacrifice. They say it's a fake baby, but it's real. You can actually hear the baby scream. All right, to the god Molech. And I should pull that video up. But hold on, let me do this. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divination. So let me do this, to pass through the fire. Molech. Bohemian Grove. Hope I spelled it right. Bohemian Grove. Babylon, man. This place ain't. Hey, what's been going on here in Babylon, aka America, is no joke. It's been going on and it's still going on. Sacrifices. Here we go. And this is the video I have. You can actually pull it up yourself. See, that's Molech, the big statue right there. That's a painting or a drawing. And it actually opens up, and you lay the whatever on whoever you're sacrificing on the bed that it opens up, and then it might be its mouth, and it closes, and the sacrifice, the baby drops into the fire. Hey, this place is in trouble, man. This place is gonna get judged for all its filthy wickedness. It's literally about to get judged for all its filthy, foul wickedness, man. Yeah, this is something else. The more and more you look into it, if your eyes are open, you'll sit back and like, damn, this place is evil. Damn, this place is wicked. And this is right here. It's in California. Bohemian Grove is in Cali, where a lot of the senators, congressmen, presidents, a lot of famous people, a lot of rich go. And it's been known to have male porn stars flown in. I mean, what are they flying in male porn stars for? So you know, a lot of foul activities is going on. Yeah, this is something else. So let's get back to Deuteronomy here. So keep this in mind. Okay? Keep this in mind. Abduction, ceremonial preparation, and holding a sacrificial victim. Okay? St. Mark's Eve, Grand Climax, Walpurgisnacht, Rootman's Day. This is heathen shit. Beltane Eve, often celebrated with a festival that includes bonfires, fertility rites, greatest witches, Sabbath, and then witches. Beltane. So we really do anticipate, especially May 1st, something major to happen then. Walpurgis Day and May Day. So look at this, going over to May 1st. Druid Fire Festival. COVID initiations. And hold up. Let's go up. Divine Herb Gathering. Oral. Anal, vaginal, corpus, baha. That's the activity. That's the sexual acts that's going to be taking place. Oral and anal, vaginal. And what is this here? Corpus D. Should have did my homework before I start the video. Did it come up right? Let me do it this way. Instead of doing all that. Corpus delicti literally means body of the crime. In Latin, in its original sense, the body in question refers not to a corpse, but to the body of essential. Is this something have to do with some dead bodies? Corpus natural. The word there, corpus D, that's corpse. That has to be where the word corpse come from. So we're dealing with dead bodies here. Then the more and more you look into it, the sicker it gets. The sicker it gets, this devil. Corpus de sang. Corpus de sang was a riot. So what we know just from that word corpse, corpus, that has something to do with dead bodies. It's not really giving us nothing there. So look, 1 to 25, female, that's ages, 1 to 25. So we're dealing with females here. Oral, anal, vaginal. Animal, and look at this here. On April 30th, blood sacrifice, animal and or human, any age. So, you walk in Walmart and, in Walmart, they have on a sign next to the bathrooms, usually, pictures that's constantly changing of people that's come up missing, that's been missing for years and years, or in a lot of cases, just been recently snatched and never found again. Now you understand where and why. We're here in Babylon. These secret societies is what run the world, and mainly that runs this place, Babylon. They're the government, they're local officials, they're law enforcement, and so on and so on. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to judge this place, and he's going to judge it accordingly. He's going to burn them up. And before he burned this place up, he's going to make them suffer. He's going to let these devils go through. He's going to take their money away, their wealth. He's going to cause division amongst them. And hold on, here you go. Major division. He's going to cause major division. He's putting what's the old saying? What's the saying we used to say? He's putting a wrench in their game. Let me do it this way. This Babylon finally been judged. After all the wickedness that is done, it's never been judged. But we're in that time now that this place is about to be judged. It's being judged as we speak. It's being judged. After all the wickedness this place has done, and all the wickedness this place is still doing, it's being judged. It's not repenting from its wickedness. It's continue on and increasing its wickedness. So while its wickedness is increasing, so its judgment is going to be increasing. So Luke 12:51 says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell ye nay, but rather division. So he's causing division amongst this place. He's hurting them in their pocket. They're losing their jobs. Drugs. Just like the curses that we've experienced through our families and through our so-called communities. Now these curses are coming upon this devil before he's ultimately burnt up out and destroyed out of existence. Amos 9:8, behold, the eyes of the Lord power upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of earth. That sinful kingdom is America. Is America. You see? So going back to Deuteronomy here. And I was right. Where was I here? Let me click up out of this. I don't need it. This is what them niggas involved with. Let me grow. So let's go back to Deuteronomy. Now this is to Israelites. The so-called black man and woman that are, hey, doing whatever they want or do whatever they need and whatever possible, whatever's necessary for them to make it in this devil's world. They're involved with all this filthiness, man. So it says, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or that uses divination. This is just like summoning spirits. All right. If you want, let's do that. Just go into each one individually. Divination. This is all witchcraft, man. Sorcery, and so on. Look at that. Yo, I had to do this while I was making a video. Divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter. Okay. Or a witch. Or a witch. And let's do this here. Isaiah, I think it's 52, but let me hood up the word. 47. Stand down. And this is all Babylon's judgment. Look, lament for Babylon. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Virgin daughter, sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And the ancient Chaldeans was known to be to sorcery and witchcraft, getting high, using drugs and serums and potions. And the ancient Chaldeans were major witches, man. Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover the locks, and make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. It means exposing, being exposed. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And that's our Lord coming back in his full power. You know, and before he comes, he's exposing this place before he comes to destroy it. Okay? As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. All right, so this place has never been touched before. You know, it's never been judged. No one's ever come close to challenging this place up front. It's mighty military. You know, Yahweh made this military great just so he can destroy it. All right, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. With his power, totally abused his power. In abusing his power. And there's nothing, no one had no power to stop this devil in abusing his power. So we praying for what? A divine intervention. And thou sayest, I shall be lady forever. This place think it's going to continue on forever. So it's think, especially the hard times it's going through now, it thinks it's going to weather the storm through his political, or whatever. You know, they're hoping Donald Trump's going to come in and make America great again. What a joke. So it really thinks the hard times it's going through now is eventually going to pass and it's going to become great again. Wrong. Okay? So this place is out thou, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. so that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. After all these things has been on, especially just to do it this way. Look at the period of the transatlantic slave trade. Then periods of after the slavery was supposed so-called ended during the Emancipation Proclamation, where your boy Lincoln was supposedly has freed the slaves. When that's a different video in itself. But after so-called slavery ended, they come up with these Jim Crow laws, which further torture the hell out of the so-called people of Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian descent. Come up with these laws for the status quo to maintain itself. So the so-called white man to remain on top and we're to remain in the gutter. Jim Crow laws. Just look into it. All right. It says, so through all this and that, the hangings, the lynchings, the polluting our community, so-called communities with drugs, alcohol, and guns, creating the Bloods and the Crips, the gangs, the prison system, again, politically, they just continued on. They were able to further the stroke, their wicked stroke, their wicked yoke. So here we go. They did not remember, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. That's what America is all about. Americans is all about pleasure, having fun. Hard drugs, alcohol, parties, the bars, the vacationing, the traveling, all this place is all, pleasing yourself, do as thou will. This place is all about giving into its pleasures. And that giving into pleasures has come back to haunt them. So you have no actual masculine men that are joining the military. The military can't even find recruitments. It's down. It's been down drastically. And the scriptures mention how they were the men have forborne to fight. It says that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. America's great. It's the biggest economy in the world. It's the richest country in the world. It's the greatest country in the world. No one can stop us. It's all because of that massive military. Which that military, again, it may look big from the outside, but from within it's weak. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And see, that's pride. And the scripture mentioned how pride cometh before destruction. Okay, so Isaiah 47:9 says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment. So this is literally what's about to take place. This is a future prophecy. Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment. In one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. That's the same thing I was going over in Deuteronomy. So let's see if the internet's going to allow me to go into this. Let's see. Sorceries and that's drugs, getting high and shit, they already passed laws that you can get high now. They got dispensaries and these dope heads, they love getting high, man. And that word sorceries is pharmakia, where you get the word pharmacies from. Let's just see if it allows us to go into it. Sorceries is not allowing us to go into it. That's where sorceries. The Greek word is pharmakia, where you get pharmacies from. So Esau's allowed to do what he can do, but he'll lock your ass up for doing the same thing. It's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. And for the abundance of thine enchantments. That's okay. I don't need to go into them. Thou art worthy in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them, and that's that fire, the stubble. The stubble is what you use to keep a fire burning. So these people right here in Babylon is going to be the fuel for the fire. Stubble. And that stubble is what really gets the fire going. It burns quick. You know, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. World War III, thermonuclear missiles. There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor fire to sit before it. You know, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. So let's go back to that Deuteronomy. So, going back to the dates and this madness that's going on. Let me hit that out. That's Bohemian Grove. The Satanic Calendar. So again, today is Sunday, April 21st. April 21st. It's the beginning. And all this is really a prelude for May 1st. You know, all of it is. And it doesn't mention it here, which these two blanks here, as you can see, type, usage, and age. So May 1st consists of blood sacrifices. It's consist of orgies. And I'm not sure why it has it blank there. Even the age thing. I'm not sure why it would be blank. But May 1st, May Day is usually when May Day. You watch some old military movies. May Day. It's a attack. It's like a distress call, you know. So between now and May 1st, oh man. But this is the spirit Babylon is in right now. From April 21st to May 1st. After that solar eclipse, man, the spirit kicked in high gear. It has literally kicked into high gear. So let's get back to that. So I can finish this up. So it's like I have to read it again. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that use divination, or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer. And you know what the scripture says about a witch? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And so, verse 11, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, just summoning demons, you know, or a wizard using spells and not just spells, or a necromancer dealing with the dead. Is it gonna let me click in it? That's all good if it don't. It's all good. Let's do this. Nope. It's all right. Come on. Necromancy, a person who practices necromancy, a wizard, or a magician. I wanted to get a little bit more specific than that. There you go. It's the practice of magic involving communication with the dead by summoning their spirits as apparitions or visions. It comes to show you that this stuff is real. It ain't just make believe. This stuff is real. It's possible for you to summon the dead, but the scriptures tells you not to. You don't fool around with that madness. Which like it says. You don't fool around with that madness, man. But Jake loves to fool around, like these Ouija boards and shit like that. There shall not be found among you anyone. It says anyone. It's talking to Israelites. So, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. So you see why Ephesians says it's shame to even speak of those things that are done of them in secret. Man, what these motherfuckers is doing, excuse my language, but what these motherfuckers is doing in secret is some foul shit. Eating shit, drinking piss, mo actions, men with men, women with women, laying in caskets, ejaculating on each other. Sex with dead bodies, sex with animals, all to have some crumbs. When all these crumbs is going to become worthless. It's all this money that these fools is working for is in vain, man. Because the day that's coming, it's going to be literally worthless. You can have $1 million all you want, but it's only going to be worth maybe $100. So anyway. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord, thy power, does drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord, thy power. Okay? So let's go to Nahum here. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Doesn't that sound like America? Lies and robbery. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is none in of their courts. They stumble upon their corpse. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, America, the well-favored harlot that Isaiah 47 went into. Was that Isaiah 47? It's like I don't want to get it wrong. Was that Isaiah 47? Let me pull up again. Got that boule. It's just the wickedness I would trying to go into with the apocrypha, how Jakes is involved with this madness, so I don't really need this anymore. Necromancy. Let me pull it up again. Okay, there we go. The abundance of enchantments. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, where thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right, so let's get back to that. Deuteronomy. So these scriptures, for all those that For all that do these things are abomination to the Lord. Power, because of the abomination of the Lord, thy power doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect. Thy power for these nations which thou shalt possess, hearken unto observer of times and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy power hath not suffered thee to do so to do. That's the abominations. All this filth. Slock it. Nail. Slock it. This is where I'm at. Again, I've been drinking a little bit of that good stuff. Because of the multitude of thy whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth the nation through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. So this is saying he's exposing her, and exposing her through his men of the Lord, who he presented to the world to be his spokesman. We're those men. We are those men. Starting with Great Millstone, GMS. All right? He's using us as that voice, that his mouth. We're his mouthpiece. Exposing this place for its shame, its nakedness, for all its filthiness and abominations and wickedness that has been doing and still doing. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile and will set thee as a gazing stock. Let's see if it's going to allow me to do it now. It's okay if it don't. A person or thing gazed at by many, especially with curiosity or contempt. Or contempt. Gazing stock, plural, gazing stocks. Event or person that is stared at by many people, a spectacle. And right now, especially like with TikTok and YouTube, mainly TikTok, so much information is being downloaded to TikTok and the world is seeing it. It's like, wow, this place is evil, man. This place is wicked. And especially for all the things that it's done to the children of Israel. Using history, a lot of the black towns that were destroyed. And now that this information come out, there's many of them where Israelites were prosperous, had towns that was prosperous, didn't need Whitey, didn't need these crackers, these devils. But Esau, the original terrorists, come in and destroyed them. All for jealousy and envy, It's been exposed. So Nahum as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is laid waste, suburbed Babylon. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee? So this place is done, man. And not going, you want to look into some Nineveh. Nineveh is one of those names for America in the Bible. And all the characteristics of Nineveh, ancient Nineveh, the splendid city, the town or cities, the buildings and the beauty of the town, and the people and the ruler, which was, the rulers were known, and I can't remember his name, was known to be a transformer, a train. a piece of filth. Mm. So, looking at these dates, keep them in mind. So, meaning, keep your eyes open. You know, keep your eyes open, like the scripture says. Let's see if I can spell it right here. Exodus 23:13. In all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the names of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Be circumspect. Okay? Meaning, be aware of what's going on around you. All right? There's another scripture. Ephesians 5 and 16. Let's start at 15. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. There's a fool that's walking out here thinking this is a new white man. He's a modern white man. He's changed. He's nothing like the history. He's a damn fool. Okay? You got to be on your P's and Q's, man. You know? Like the scripture says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. They're trying to save their ass, man. And how they trying to save their ass is through all forms of wickedness. And you thinking this is a new white man, oh, this will never happen to me. Okay. Okay. You do you then. Okay, you go and do you. See then that you walk circumspectly, knowing what's going on around you, not just dismissing things like, oh, it can't happen. So it says not as fools, but as wise. You got to be wise in these times, man. Because it's not gotten better, it's gotten worse. They're trying to save their ass by wicked means, by left hand means. You know? Left hand, which means wickedness, or the left hand means satanic ways, Satanism, witches, wickedness. So I'm going to close there. And I hope you were edified and informed. And till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.